I forgot to bring my little tripod with me to the kitchen, so weird angle as the phone is propped up between slats in the table. Good morning. Didn't start well this morning. The hot water in the showers is not working, which is infuriating because the hot water from the taps where you wash your hands and whatnot, that's working fine. So yeah, brisk and brief shower this morning. Hope it's fixed by tomorrow because I really want my hot shower. Anyway, as you saw in yesterday's video, I got the janky back of van gaming setup operational. I'm going to try a couple other little fiddly things with it today, see if I can smooth it out a little bit. But other than that, I am planning on spending pretty much the entire day pottering around in Fallout 76, I think. Got to finish up my weeklies. There'll be a fresh set of dailies. I want to try the new camp building system, which I haven't been able to use at all yet. And aside from that, just grinding. I've got to fix up my builds because they changed a bunch of the perk system card things. So I've got to fix my builds because they're sort of half broken. Yeah, it's going to be a very relaxing day, I think. And I'm not sure what else we're going to talk about in video form. Maybe I'll just talk over some captured video game footage later. I don't know. Or maybe I'll get bored and talk about something else. Don't like your chances though. Caravan Pack Wi-Fi did work pretty well for gaming on, at least by the end of the day. Earlier on in the day, when more people were active, mid-afternoon, stuff like that, there was a bit of lag. So I would, shoot someone and then half a second later, or maybe a second later, the damage would go off their health bar. Not a huge issue in Fallout 76, just doing dailies and stuff where there's just a spattering of enemies, but events and things where there's lots of people and tons of really tough enemies. And yeah, fortunately for me, the lag issue calmed down a bit by the later part of the day where I was doing the tougher new content and quest lines and stuff like that with the more brutal enemies. And a couple of those happened in instanced areas, so that helped with the lag issue as well. But yeah, it's surprisingly working pretty well on the relatively slow but fairly reliable Caravan Park Wi-Fi. But yeah, I did get a couple of funny moments where damage would take a second to happen to something. In any case, outside of that issue, I'll talk about whatever else happens today game-wise. I'll try and remember to keep recording some rando clips and stuff like that. I might even put on the looped recording that Steam uses so I could go back and pull out cool stuff when it happens. That should work. I don't know if I've tested that on the RGLA yet. I just got the new update too for the RGLA, which rejiggers the entire sort of front end that Asus use on that device to match what happens with the Xbox version of the RGLA, or whatever. But yeah, the overlay that pops up when you press the button, that's all changed now. So I've got to refamiliarize myself with that, and there's stuff to be doing today, and I'm happy about it. So until I come up with something else to tell you, I'm going to enjoy my breakfast bickies, my coffee. I'm going to crawl back into the back of the van and not come out unless I need to pee or... Well, no, that'll be the only reason I get out of the van today. Just gotta tuck myself in the back there and play games all day long and pretend I don't have a worry in the world for a while. Okay, slight modification to the tray thingy that I'm using. I've got some of this just art card stuff that I've sloppily chopped down. It's tough to cut a straight line in the back of the van, but it's close enough. This will hopefully remove the need to use my little folio, tablet thingy as a makeshift mouse pad, because it wasn't ideal. It's got a crease in it and it's a bit lumpy and whatnot. So hopefully the mouse will work nicely just straight on that surface, at least for a while. It's only card, it's going to get grotty and carved up pretty quickly, I think. But for now, it'll do. Oh, and one part I didn't show you yesterday when I went over this quickly is I've got this cheapo tablet arm thingy here, and that just sort of clips onto the back. And yes, I'm using this backwards because I don't want that lip biting into my wrist when I'm trying to use the keyboard or mouse, so that would normally keep the laptop from sliding off when you've got this at an angle, so I'm using it backwards. But yeah, this thing just clips over the back of that. Unfortunately, this tablet clamp here is slightly too big, so the RG Ally is actually just big enough to rest in between these two clamps, but not tightly enough to put any clamping force on it. So, but anyway, I set it at kind of an angle and it kind of just rests there anyway, so it would fall out if I was trying to use this while moving, but obviously I'm not going to use this and drive at the same time. But yeah, I'm going to have to figure out some sort of solution for this as well. Or just get a different clamp altogether, because this one's a bit wobbly as well, because it's just one of these bendy arm things, so it tends to jiggle a bit. But it is perfectly serviceable if I'm sitting still enough. Well, it's now coming up on 3 p.m., which means I have been gaming for 7 hours. 7 hours straight, pottering around in Fallout 76, and this is a terrible camera angle, so we're going to replace it with some gameplay. One of my personal favourite things about Fallout 76, the burning something, whatever it is, expansion thingy, is being absolutely humbled by a matriarch burning bitch Deathclaw. Just two-tapping you. Got my revenge though. Yeah, I've been testing out a new build I've been messing around with. It's based on something another YouTuber published, Mr. Westtech, called their all-rounder build for 2025 or something. And yeah, it does what it says on the tin. It's a pretty decent all-rounder build and suitable for several weapons. So I've been going back to a few weapons I've abandoned long ago because they kind of debuffed them or they didn't work with my melee-focused build I had on this character for ages. But yeah, this build does melee, not quite as well as the melee specific one, but you can get away with it. But mostly I've been finding very, very effective for the Elder's Mark, which is one of my personal favourite guns. So very happy to see that sort of have a resurgence, because that fell off for a while. But yeah, I got all the way through all of my dailies, all the way through all of my weeklies, and a fair big chunk of the new challenges specific to this new map area and new enemies and whatnot. So finished off the new main quest line that was all tied into the Rust King, the big super mutant guy. That was pretty fun. It was a pretty decent quest line. I think I liked it a bit more than the last one when they expanded down south, and they had that new Vault quest line. Actually, you know what? No, I like that other one better. It was a little more complex, had more characters in it. This one was pretty good though, for a basic Fallout style. I bought up sort of I think 13 ranks of the season already. I need to get to I think rank 15 before that new gun unlocks, and then further deep in for the mods and whatnot for it. Did have some issues again with lag, but only sort of this late afternoon, about the same time as it happened yesterday, sort of between 1 and 3 I guess. It got pretty bad in spots, and it cost me a death a couple of times. Just before I stopped playing, I got this clip, which is just an area filled with other players that came here for an event thingy. And yeah, this is what happens when server desyncs. So it knows the players are there, but it doesn't know what armor they're wearing, or guns they're carrying, or what they're doing, or where they're going. So all it does is put everyone in their underwear. And it looks particularly horrifying if they're in their underwear and they're a ghoul and they're supposed to be in power armor, because then it stretches out their arms and legs to horrifying effect. But yeah, I mean, out of the 7 hours I've been playing today, this is, the server lag issue, thanks to the slow Caravan Park Wi-Fi, has only really been a practical problem for, I don't know, maybe half an hour total. So yeah, calling it a win. My bum is sore from sitting the way I've been sitting. My back is sore from sitting the way I was sitting because I don't have a proper chair. I'm just propped up on pillows against the back of the van. But I can now comment on the Shrimp keyboard here. It is actually pretty damn excellent. It has RGB and everything. I just set it to purple because that's where I like it. One of the knobs is for the RGB. The other one's for volume. That works really nicely as well. That's a mute button. But yeah, for, given the limits of how many keys we have, it actually works really, really well. It's very, very comfortable. Again, I've been using it for 7 hours straight today with no wrist or finger issues or anything. Everything falls to hand. The only problem I'm having is when I need the escape key, because on my last keyboard, the escape key was up here. So my muscle memory keep reaching for that little knob instead of the escape key right there. But that's the only ergonomic problem I had with the damn thing. It is actually really, really good. It did also come with a magnetic wrist rest, but I haven't been using that because I don't like the way that feels. It just doesn't feel right to me. But yeah, it's kind of weakly magnetic at the edge there, not particularly strong, but it is soft and spongy enough. Yeah, if you can find these, especially if you find it on sale like I did, for like 60% off, it's really, really good. I'm surprised how much I liked it, actually. I did make a mistake with the mouse. This is the Model O from Glorious. I forgot I had the Model D. The Model D and the Model O differ in one area, and that is the slope on this. The Model O is symmetrical, just the arch on the back is symmetrical. The Model D slopes off this side. So it took me a little while to get used to the ergonomics of how that felt. The other thing is, because this is designed as a super light mouse, and they are crazy light, I mean, look at that. The wired is actually worse, because the cable, the wire on it, it creates such drag and such force against the mouse, because there's just, it has no physics of its own. It's so light. So yeah, the wireless version of this is absolutely much better. But yeah, again, once I accounted for it and tried to, route the cable around somewhere so it sat a bit loosely, it was fine. Rogue beard hair, I think. My impromptu pad is, it was fine. It worked fine. Don't know if that's coming across the microphone clearly, but it is quite loud because it's a paper rough surface. Not as glidey as some mouse pads, but again, perfectly functional for what I needed to get done. And the table itself, a little bit rickety and wobbly, as is this. I might try and find a different solution to hold the RGLI. But because these legs, I'll show you, these legs will also fold down flat. It shouldn't be too hard to store this thing. It'll fold down, about that thick and relatively flat. So it should be a decent solution for my gaming needs when I get the opportunity on weekends when I'm hooked up to power and stuff. And the mouse, the keyboard, and even the lap desk thingy will keep servicing if and when I get a place as well. Mouse and keyboard obviously still useful, but the lap desk thing, it will serve as a laptop stand for my desk to raise the laptop up, so when I've got a proper keyboard attached to it and a secondary monitor and stuff, it'll get it back up in the right eye level and stuff. So it's rickety and awful and plasticky, but it'll get the job done just fine until the day comes where I can justify, something fancier for the situation. So yeah, aside from the tablet holder thingy, which is a bit wibbly, no buyer's remorse of any of the gear here. It served purpose quite nicely. And even the tablet holder was on like $15 or something. So I think an insect bit me. I'm itchy right there. Just right there. So yeah, I'm going to have a snack and lie down flat for a bit, maybe watch some Star Trek, because I need to rest my back and my shoulders a bit. I might have overdone it slightly. So, just in case we don't come back on video for the rest of the day, because this is my quote-unquote rest day, thank you very much for the support. PayPal, Patreon, Super Chats, thumbs, comments. I appreciate that very, very much. And we'll see you tomorrow, where we're, back to inspections and blah, 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 blah. Bye.
More there than I could ever bother with, unless you're looking for something juicy. Well, that's a whole different ballgame.